Alright, so we're going to do chicken and sausage tortellini with sun-dried tomato pesto and fresh rosemary. You can pull this up on my website for the recipe. So I went out to the garden and I got some fresh rosemary and some yellow tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes and one yellow tomato. They're so sweet, the tomatoes from the garden. The rosemary is so strong. I love growing herbs and stuff in the garden we get to cook with. I have the asparagus here. What I'm going to do is bend them, and where they snap is a good sign that that part is kind of starting to get a little bit woody. We don't really want to eat that, so I'm going to discard that. The bottom parts we are going to use, I'm going to cut up a little bit smaller and throw them in with the onions, and we saute them for the sauce. The sausage and the chicken I'm going to cut into nice big pieces. So I'm going to slice those up, give them a rough dice, and then we're going to get the rosemary on the go. Now for the rosemary, I take it off the stem, and we're going to give it a nice fine chop. Just chop it up with our cutlery series precision knives, and the ingredients are good to go. Have one onion sliced up. Now put some water in the pan. And see if it was evaporated like that, it doesn't bead. It means that the pan is just not hot enough. So now that the water's beading, I'm going to add the chicken, the sausages, no oil in the pan. We're going to put the onions in there. I got the rosemary, the asparagus. We're going to get all this, pretty much all the ingredients except for the tomatoes. If we add the tomatoes, it's going to add liquid, and what it'll do is start to deglaze the pan too soon. We want to caramelize some of the meat, brown, give us a nice browning, and then use the tomatoes to caramelize. To deglaze it, sorry. So now I got 2 tablespoons of sun-dried tomato pesto. You can see everything comes off the pan. There's a little bit of caramelization at the bottom of the pan. This is when we add the tomatoes. So the liquid from the tomatoes will deglaze the pan, bring all those flavors off, and put them right into our dish. And this is looking really yummy, smells awesome. So water's boiling for the pasta. Now it's fresh tortellini we're cooking. You just put them right in, and when they float, they're good to go. Now I'm using a 1/4 cup of chicken broth. You can use white wine if you prefer, and put some tomato sauce in here. Give it a mix. I'm on a medium-high heat. Pasta's good to go, and we're ready to serve. That quick and easy. We're going to garnish it with some feta cheese right on top, and that is sun-dried tomato pesto tortellini. Enjoy.